Salut tout le monde, c'est Lusso et bienvenue pour l'épisode 32 de notre aventure suivie sur Baten Kaitos. Et j'ai rien fait entre le précédent épisode et celui-ci. Et donc, eh bien, nous allons voir un petit peu le village. Mais ce sera dans le prochain épisode, hein. Allez, salut. Ok, évidemment que je déconne. Eh, bonjour monsieur. Qui êtes-vous? Non. Oh. Bon, eh bien, oui, tout simplement, nous allons continuer notre aventure, tout simplement. Et nous en étions au village où nous devions parler un petit peu à tous... oula. À tous les... Ouais, pas forcément à tous les habitants, mais... Et nous devions nous... Oh non. Je voulais mes Magnus. Oui, hein. Oui, nous devions parler aux habitants de cette ville parce que...
When did you come back?
Nous devions parler aux habitants de cette ville parce que le roi n'est pas disponible, le doyen du village n'est pas disponible maintenant et donc nous passons le temps.
I'm fine. I heard you had a hard time up there. Everything okay?
The great Mizuti be in tip-top shape, as well as invincible, incredible, indomitable, and insurmountable.
Ah, carrément.
Yup, that's the Mizuti I know.
Hey, Key, you must be happy. Mizuri's back.
Ok, il arrive comme ça de nulle part et... Hey, qui? Il dit juste... Pourquoi?
Now you have someone to save you from the big bad bullies, sissy boy.
D'accord.
Hey, you watch your mouth.
It's okay, Mizuti. I don't mind.
You don't?
Nope.
Okay, Key. The great Mizuti has some important business and must go.
Okay. Tell me about your adventures when you have time.
Ok, bon bah déjà voilà une cinématique de fait. J'ai l'impression que le portail à gauche ne va pas très bien là. Est-ce qu'il fonctionne? Est-ce qu'il... Oula. Ok. C'est un portail très utile ma foi. Pour la peine je vais le re-emprunter. Hein? Alors je vais le re-emprunter peut-être que... D'accord. Ok. Bon, on va aller dans la maison, hein, pourquoi pas. Ah ah ah.
Mother, I be home.
Oh.
Mizuti? Oh, I don't believe it. How could you go up there all by yourself? Do you have any idea how worried I was?
Come now, dear. Our child has returned to us safely. Mizuti just couldn't sit still after finding out that something terrible was happening to the world involving the Earth sphere stolen from our ancestors. Besides, considering what Mizuti has accomplished, I'm proud of the kid.
Toi aussi? Dis quoi? Toi aussi, tu es fier de ton enfant. Tu as un enfant, Mizuti.
There you go again. You're spoiling our child, you know. Anyway, I am so happy to see you home safe. Welcome back, Mizuti.
Good to be back home, dear mother.
So, all this really happened up there. To tell you the truth, Mizuti is the most powerful wizard in this village.
Ok, d'accord. Ah ouais, quand même.
Perhaps Mizuti was much more sensitive to the dangers up above than any of us were. About a month ago, Mizuti said someone needs to check on the outside world. And just flat out left.
Mizuti est parti comme ça, d'accord, ok.
We were so worried.
Oui, tu m'étonnes.
Our child is back home again, safe and sound, thanks to all our apologies for any mischief Mizuti may have caused you.
Mizuti n'a posé vraiment aucun problème. C'est peut-être même le contraire.
Oh no, don't mention it. The great Mizuti saved the day more than once.
The great Mizuti? Mizuti, you're not calling yourself great again, are you?
Well,
Mizuti! How many times do I have to tell you? A truly great person would never show off his importance.
Come now. It's been a while since we last got together as a family. I wouldn't be so picky. On the other hand, Mizuti, your mother is right in a way. I wouldn't feel comfortable calling myself the Great Ko. It's just not polite.
gotcha. Point has been taken.
Et du coup, son nom est devenu Mizuti tout court.
Speaking of great, have you had a chance to talk with the Great Kamro? He was really worried about you. You should go let him know you're safe.
But the great Kamro, he be having an important discussion.
An important discussion? Ah, I think I know who he's talking with. I heard Sir Crumbly's in town. If it's him, their talk shouldn't last too long. I don't think they have much to discuss.
Understood. Then Mizuti will go say hello.
Yes, you go along and do.
Behave yourself when you talk to the great Kamro. You hear me?
Of course. Okay, let's go everyone.
D'ailleurs, je suis en train de penser à un truc. C'est complètement paradoxal parce qu'en fait, je veux dire, attendez, il y a Kala, Savina, Gibari, Xela qui ont des ailes et pourtant c'est Mizuti qui vole le plus. Dans la cinématique, c'est toujours lui que tu vois voler et les autres ils volent pas. Et bon, mais on va explorer un petit peu la maison, voir s'il y a des choses dans le pot et on va parler aussi un petit peu à tout le monde. Ah, je me souviens. Mère de qui? D'accord. Nous l'avons vu, nous l'avons vu. Le père. Oula. Ok, une grande tasse. Une grande tasse qui sert à tasser. Tiens, je me rappelle du chapeau de chaman. Oui, cette blague était complètement nulle. Et je sais pas pourquoi je l'ai pas vu plus tôt. Je l'ai revu en revoyant la vidéo. Et oui, on peut très bien la changer contre la cote d'écaille. Et d'ailleurs, ça me fait penser que justement la cote d'écaille, eh bien, on peut mettre par exemple. J'aime bien le bouclier. On va le laisser. On va donner à Guy. Ok, bon, on va donner à Guy Barry. Et ouais, y a rien. Si c'est des masques, ça. Ok. Roman d'aventure. D'accord, ben on va le prendre. En fait, je viens de me rendre compte que j'ai très mal lu le texte. D'accord. Bon, mais cela dit, on comprend déjà beaucoup mieux pourquoi ils portent des masques. C'est assez intéressant. Donc, du coup, nous allons essayer de suivre la lumière qui clignote tout le temps. Ce serait un petit peu ça qu'il faut faire pour arriver à un coffre. Pour arriver à un coffre. Alors, donc là ce serait celle-là pour le coffre, voilà, qui est en haut à droite. Donc on va faire ça maintenant, hein, étant donné que je connais la solution. Alors ce serait ici. Là. Mais non. Mais ah. Ok. Alors ce serait celle-là. J'attends un peu pour être sûr que ce n'est pas un piège, un trappe. Et oh, et voilà. Et pouf. Boucle de la terre. Je ne sais plus du tout pour qui c'est. Ah bah pour Calas. D'accord. Ouais. Ça me paraît étrange quand même comme objet, quoi. Il n'y a pas d'attaque, ni de défense, ni d'agilité. Un peu de PV. Mais ouais, non. Bon, bah au moins c'était sympa à prendre, mais bon, c'était pas... C'est pas important. Bon, bah, on va aller dans cette maison. Oh là, oh là, oh là, oh là, oh là. Oh là. Des glousseurs, hein, mais tu... Oh là, s'il vous plaît. D'accord. Ok. Merci du conseil.
Excuse me, young lady.
On est obligé d'avoir les glousseurs derrière.
Could I have a look at that pendant you're wearing?
Of course.
Thank you. Very interesting.
Je vais les tuer les poulets.
Have you folks ever heard of an ancient artifact called the Earth Sphere? Mizuti's ancestors, the great wizards of old, made it to seal the bodies of the dead gods within the 5 islands. I believe that pendant of yours is the Earth Sphere itself. Yet it seems to have been shattered. So what you have there is actually only a piece of the Earth Sphere.
So this is the Earth Sphere.
200 years ago, a man named Calvin came down from the sky. He stole the Earth Sphere from us and took it back to the sky with him.
Comme ça.
It must have been owned by a great many people through the ages, yet here it is again, back in our land. A twist of fate, perhaps.
Lord Calbrin's ancestor. He stole the Earth Sphere?
I guess since Lord Calbrin's ancestor stole it, it was stored at the Duke's Manor for quite a while. Then Melodia must have found it there, and secretly passed it on to Gelderblane.
Then you swiped it from him. That makes sense now.
So the Earth Sphere was used to seal the gods' parts as N Magnus deep underground. Which is why it could also be used to awaken them.
Pardon. C'est juste les poulets derrière quoi, c'est spécial comme cinématique je trouve.
Young lady, even though it may be broken, the sphere is still a very sacred artifact. It may prove useful to you someday. Please keep it safe.
Yes, I will.
Ok. Désormais, vous pouvez utiliser ce fragment de pendentif en tant que globe brisé. Est-ce que ça veut dire que j'ai gagné un Magnus? Putain, les poulets, quoi. Ah oui, on a gagné un Magnus. Oh, super. Ok, d'accord. Eh ben, c'est plutôt pas mal, quoi. C'est du vin sacré, mais en mieux. Moi, je dis, ok, on prend. Cela dit... bah, rien. On va le donner, tout simplement. Hop là. Je vais les étriper. Yeah.
About a year ago, our elder, the great Camro, had a vision. It foretold the rebirth of an evil god. Ever since then, we've been paying a great deal of attention to the nations of the as the seals of the End Magnus were broken one by one. Even down here beneath the taint clouds, we could feel an evil power brewing. We no longer wield the power held by the great wizards of old. There was little we could do to stop such an evil from resurfacing. Mizudi must have overheard the adults talking about it, and set up...
Wow. To save the world alone? That's pretty reckless for a great Mizudi.
Oui, non, ce que je veux dire, pourquoi j'ai rigolé, c'est tout simplement, elle a dit, oui, nous surveillons les nations du ciel. Et j'avais envie de dire, et vous envoyez des poulets pour savoir. Ah mon Dieu. Réservé aux employés. Des cacahuètes. D'accord. Ah ah. La chair de poule. Non, non, laissez, non, oubliez. Ok, d'accord. Donc il faudrait de la boue. Je prends note. Ok. De l'huile. Oh là, non merci. Enfin, cela dit, quoique, pourquoi pas. Allez, alors. Je suis désolé si... si les bruits des poulets sont quand même assez énervants, mais... faut pas faire mieux, là. Oui. Petite dette. What? Oula, pardon. Et ok, donc on a tout. À quoi sert... Non, je vais sortir. On respire. Et alors, à quoi sert la petite dette? Ok, à rien. Ok. À quoi sert les cacahuètes? À avoir beaucoup de vie. Intéressant. Et pour le coup, on va même le mettre à la place des pommes. Je regardais vite fait les autres magnus qu'on avait gagnés, mais voilà. Et ok, bon. Est-ce que la place est libre? Je crois qu'il y a encore... Ok.
The great Camro is having a very important...
Camro? Do you intend for us to rot down here in the paint clouds? Now that the evil god has awakened, what is the point of sitting here doing nothing? I've waited long enough.
That old goat. He has no clue whatsoever.
D'accord. Ça faisait un moment que j'avais pas sorti ce petit d'accord.
That is Sir Crumley, chief of a neighboring village.
D'accord.
Please don't mind him. He always gets worked up like that when talking with the great Camro. Their discussion seems to be over. The great Camro will see you now.
Ah oui, je me souviens de l'autre village. Vous avez dû vous tromper de personne. C'est pas une porte, ça. Ah merde. Bon. Bon, bonjour.
Great Camro, the great Mizuti has just returned.
Is this he? The great Camro?
Il faut croire qu'elle reste.
Correct.
Welcome home, Mizuti. It must have been awful for you up there in the sky. Your efforts are appreciated.
No problem. Anytime. Piece of cake.
People of the sky, I bid you welcome to the village of Gemma. It seems you've taken good care of our Mizuti. Please accept my thanks.
No. Thank you. Thank you for helping us out of that tight spot the other day.
Mizuti called to us, so we hastily attempted a sealing spell. Yet, the power of the evil god was immense. Honestly speaking, I was unsure what would become of us.
Without your help, we'd have been killed by Malpercio for sure. Thank you so much.
It was the least we could do. As you must know from seeing our village, we no longer possess the powers once wielded by the wizards of 1,000 years have passed since our people started living in these poisonous conditions. Devastated from battles with the gods, our magic has all but withered away. As I'm sure you recall from your confrontation with Malpercio, even the combined power of our villagers did little more than slow the creature down. Many of us collapsed after the effort.
Oh.
Regretfully, we no longer have the power nor the will as a people to leave the Taint Clouds and face Malpercio. But Mizuti is a very strong child, with potential rivaling that of the ancient wizards. It's almost as if Mizuti were one of our ancestors, reincarnate. Perhaps this potential is why the child has always been somewhat different from the others in our village. I'd say it was a blessing in disguise for her to have gone up there and found all of you. Although facing great dangers in the sky, she needs companions such as you to help develop her potential.
She?
You mean the great Mizuti is a she?
Oh, you didn't know?
Learn something new every day.
According to one of our village legends, 1,000 years ago, our ancestors used 3 sacred artifacts to defeat the gods. The Sword of the Heavens, the Ocean Mirror, and the Earth Sphere.
Je me rappelais plus de ce passage, oui.
The Sword of the Heavens, the Ocean Mirror, and the Earth Sphere.
And the Ocean Mirror is...
The Ocean Mirror was given to the people of the Icelands by our ancestors.
Ouais, mais on va avoir un petit problème. Le globe de la Terre ne sert plus vraiment étant donné qu'il a déjà été libéré. Le miroir de l'océan a été brisé et l'épée du ciel, on ne sait pas encore ce que c'est. On est dans la merde.
It's been shattered and the Earth Sphere is in pieces. But the third artifact, the Sword of the Heavens, is still safe here in our lands.
D'accord, donc le globe de la Terre était dans le ciel et l'épée du ciel est sur la Terre. Réflexion.
It should prove a great help when facing Malpercio, as it was against the gods some 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
Where can we find the Sword of the Heavens?
It is kept in the Garden of Death, just north of this village. Here, take this key. Use it to unlock a door deep within the garden.
Okay.
All right, let's go down there and get the Sword of the...
Palace. You seem to have a mysterious friend with you. It is a pleasure making your acquaintance.
Oh.
The children of the earth welcome you, brave spirit. You have fought courageously side by side with your friends from the sky. Please strive on, so that the world may not fall into darkness. Callus, you and your spirit friend just may be the key to restoring our world. Huh? You should go now. Please be careful.
Okay. Ah. Oh. En effet, ça pourrait être intéressant. De plus, la vidéo fait quand même 31 minutes maintenant. Je pense qu'on va la consacrer justement à simplement la ville et à toutes les informations qui s'y trouvent. Donc ouais, on va parler un petit peu si c'est sage. On ira se regarder et dans le prochain... Ah bah 6, non. Du coup 5, je sais pas pourquoi. Et dans le prochain épisode, eh bien, nous irons dans le jardin funeste, je crois qu'il l'appelle. Et nous irons récupérer l'épée du ciel.
Long, long ago, when the world was still lush, green, and had a blue ocean, there lived huge creatures with terrible powers. People were awed by them and called them gods. The Lord of the trees, of the water, of the clouds. They were sibling gods of Malpertio. The wise and old great whale living in the ocean was one of the gods too.
C'est tout? J'imagine qu'en fait les histoires se complètent au fur et à mesure qu'on parle des sages.
In ancient times, gods and men maintained a peaceful existence. Yet about 1,000 years ago, a war erupted between them. It is said that the cause of the conflict was man's invasion of the gods' territory.
Oh les cons aussi.
In an attempt to expand their lands. But no one knows exactly what happened. Vicious battles ensued between God and man. Eventually, the men emerged victorious.
What?
The creatures who followed the gods and fought for them were exiled, sent to a dark corner of another dimension, along with their stronghold, Core Hydra.
Ah oui. D'accord. Oui.
Our ancestors, the ancient children of the earth, were wizards. Having defeated the gods, after a long and arduous struggle, they decided to take the dead gods apart, sealing each of them in 5 separate islands, and magically raising them into the sky.
Ah oui, c'est pas des pouvoirs... D'accord, oui, c'est des vrais pouvoirs, quoi, c'est...
The earth had been ravaged and poisoned during the war, so any future hope of survival was set afloat in the sky. Those islands are your homes now. Sadal Sud, Diadem, Anuenue, Mira, 5 islands in the sky. Even after death, a strong power resided in the corpses of the gods. The 5 floating islands have prospered until today, largely due to the power of the gods buried within them.
Okay. Oui, je veux écouter une histoire.
It is said that they buried the gods' bodies separately, so as to prevent them from returning to this world ages later. It is also said that different parts of the gods' bodies were chosen for burial, so that the islands in the sky would each develop resulting in diversity among the inhabitants of the sky. Yet, this worked against us. Who could have imagined that after so many years, someone would attempt to fuse those parts together again?
After the war with the gods, the wizards remained on the earth. They stayed to prevent poison that had engulfed the land from reaching the sky, and also to purify their lands. That is the purpose of the taint clouds. For 1,000 years now, the taint clouds have covered the entire earth, absorbing and...
Ok. Boum. Eh bien, voilà. C'est la fin de cet épisode. Merci d'avoir regardé. J'espère en tout cas que vous vous êtes bien amusés. Celle-ci. Et pouf. Et donc tout simplement, eh bien je vous dis... Enfin... je vous souhaite une bonne journée ou une bonne soirée selon le moment où vous regardez cette vidéo. Et je vous dis à la prochaine.